Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 9 of the Dark Continent Fascism in Europe. This week, we start exploring the narrative of fascism in the context of France, whilst at the same time going through our vivid voltage cards. The hope is that we're going to be able to pick up an amazing rare or a rainbow rare from this full box up the top. Whether it's going to come with the first years or the third years, only time will tell, but we're going to have a lot of fun finding out. So, this week, it is all about France, and it kicks us into a series of sessions that focus specifically on the narrative of France. So, what was Vichy? Well, Vichy stands as a sort of a puppet government, notionally working independently of the Nazi state, but at the same time, answerable directly to the Nazi state. So, the long story short, the version of things, we've got that Charmeleon again. We've seen that one before. Long story short, France has the Maginot Line, this great, complex, big, beautiful wall defensive mechanism, which a lot of people give a lot of crap to. A lot of people say, the Maginot Line failed. It was rubbish. No, Maginot Line worked pretty much exactly the way it was supposed to do. Stop crapping on the Maginot Line. It wasn't the Maginot Line's fault that the French military didn't manage to mobilise to the north quickly enough to intercept the Nazi forces. Not the fault of the wall. The wall was a good idea. Kind of. Not that I'm obsessed about walls. Anyway, Maginot Line does its job, sends the Nazi forces to the north, but Nazi forces still manage to overwhelm the French, and the French capitulate fairly quickly in the context. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention! I was going so quickly, I didn't see that! Oh, Beetle! Oh, Beetle VMAX! Ow! I wasn't paying attention. I was so invested in the Vichy that I forgot about the V card. Ow! That's... How about that? It's not rare. Well, it is rare. It's not a secret rare or an amazing rare, but it's still a beautiful card, and it's an extra reading for you guys. Ha! Hey, there we go. Oh, I got carried away by the history rather than the Pokemon, which is probably the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, where were we? Let's keep going. Let's see what else in these packs. Probably nothing else now that we've had that from the very first pack, but it's a great start. Well done, third years. You guys always come through for me. France capitulates. The figure that you see up here, Marshal Pétain, Great War hero of France from the First World War. He's the figurehead. He's the leading political figure, the leading military figure in France at the time of the surrender. He will go on to become the new head of state for Vichy. Now, Vichy was essentially the governance of the southern part of France, a small area of administration, but notionally that was the free part of France. We say notionally, we'll probe how free it actually was. But you can tell from this piece of propaganda, you see the figurehead of Pétain framed by the French flag, and just below, just there, you'll notice that also familiar fasci bundle with the double axe head. So here, Lugia! Oh, hello, Lugia. We love a bit of Lugia. And then a Beedrill. We don't care so much about the Beedrill, but the Lugia is good. You have fascist propaganda here. And this is fascist propaganda. Well, we say it's fascist propaganda. It's propaganda produced by the Vichy state. And it's one of those things that we might start asking, is this evidence of Vichy being truly fascist? Pétain is a fascinating figure in the sense that he openly critiques democracy. He is not a fan of the democratic system. And Zeb Striker. So he's openly against it. And then he's happy, well, ultimately, broadly happy to go into a partnership with the Nazi regime to kind of safeguard a degree of freedom for the people of France, but with various freedoms sacrificed, most notably in terms of ethnic minorities, they suffer profoundly as a consequence of Vichy rule. Skidoo! Second favourite Pokemon. So, in this week's session, we will probe what the Vichy government was, whether Marshal Pétain was a fascist himself, whether the Vichy government was a fascist government, and whether or not, or indeed to what extent, they were complicit in some of the great crimes of the 20th century. That's what we'll be focusing on. I think that was it, wasn't it? That was... Oh, it's Maginot! I couldn't really make it out in this light. It's a terrible light. Magerna, Magiana. Who knows how you pronounce it? But that's great as well. It's not particularly rare, but it's a pretty card. But we've got our Orbital VMAX. Happy days, happy days. Good start to Vivid Voltage. We'll see you on Tuesday, guys. We'll do more great card pulls, but not for year 3 for next week because it's kind of a dark session, so no card pull for you. But tune in for the first years. They'll be getting plenty of card pulls. All right, see you Tuesday, guys. Have a great Monday. Anyway, Maginot Line does its job, sends the Nazi forces to the north, but Nazi forces still managed to overwhelm the French, and the French capitulate fairly quickly in the context. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention! I was going so quickly, I didn't see that!
Can we go back? What?
French capitulate.
No.
French capitulate.
What?
Hold on.
That's...
How did I miss Jirachi? Well, hold on, where... Do I don't see it in there. What? How could I miss? Is that... It's... Oh, no. Oh, yeah. God, stupid old Beetle VMAX card. It is! We got the amazing red Jirachi card! Look! It's amazing! Not for you. Not for baby. Not... Look at it! Look at its beauty! It's blurry! It's... Always review the video! I didn't see this at all! How did we miss this?